Good people really came together over the last couple of days. It's been a week now since Charlie Kirk was assassinated, and it's still, like, the whole week was a blur. It was an actual nightmare. It really feels like one of those pivotal moments in history where, unbelievably, we witnessed something absolutely horrible and tragically unifying. So there are these memorials all over the place. This is The Rock at the University of North Carolina. A beautiful tribute. If you believe in something, you need to have the courage to fight for these ideas, not run away from them and try to silence them. You know, it's really an unbelievable timeline that we're on. It's crazy to think that a week passed, literally a blur. Now, of course, immediately after this beautiful symbol was made, it was defaced, obviously, by the party that hates everything and wants to kill us. Not hyperbole. They want us dead. They want us dead. They want our children raped and mutilated, and that's what they want. And they vandalized it, obviously, with trans colors. Wow, the trans Tifa conspiracy goes even deeper. My, oh my. The people that hate themselves and the bodies given to them by God also hate God. This is literally a surprise. None of us have seen this coming. So Decoy Voice made a couple of videos talking about the aftermath, the Trump crash out, the people getting fired, and the people actually destroying this shit. Now, to be clear, and I think this is important to note because a lot of people don't know this reality, a lot of people were arrested for terrorism over the last week. This is a true story, by the way. Over the last week, there were multiple bomb threats and people arrested for bringing weapons to these vigils and these you know, moments where people and memorials where people came together and they were arrested. Now, I made a video covering how two people, both named Ahmed, it's a coincidence, they were both arrested. They were both arrested for trying to blow up a cop car and they were both categorized by the police as two white men. Now, this is not surprising to anyone, but of course they were categorized as white men because that means that it's right-wing violence. That's how it works, guys. That's how it works. Are we paying attention? Are we paying attention to how it works? Are we paying attention to how it works? Now that we've come to the conclusion that there are no two sides here, that one side is a fucking radical extremist group that wants us dead, and the other side is trying to prevent that whole wanting us dead thing from happening, lock in, boys and girls. It's time to see what's been going on in America on the streets, all right? I covered the grander shit, what the politicians, the FBI has been saying. Let's go to the streets, baby. Lock in. Let's see what we got. Let's make fun of retards because gloves are off. There is a group of people in this country that is not small that wants us dead. And there will not be unity with the motherfuckers that want to kill us. I'm sorry. I know this is not the messaging that I'm supposed to be pushing according to the conservative overlords, but literally fuck that shit. They want to kill us. Or I'm sorry. I'm literally not making peace with this shit. It's not happening. In fact, there's a pretty great quote that I would like to quote to you. All right. And I think it's important. Proverbs 17:15. Acquitting the guilty and condemning the innocent. The Lord detests them both. In other words, literally fuck yourself, you fucking fucks.
Charlie Kirk was a true man of God and spoke about forgiving our enemies as nothing annoys them more. But Charlie was a better man than all of us.
Oh, shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. On the evening of September 11th,
there's no way he actually said, ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Oh my God.
A family member of Tyler
One guy in Buffalo, New York got 100 people fired for disrespecting Kirk. I celebrate in your demise, heathens. Oh, yes, I do.
Robinson reached out to a family friend that Robinson had confessed to them or implied that he had committed the incident. Inscriptions on the 3 unfired casings read, "Hey fascist!" Catch! A second unfired casing read, "Oh Bella Chow, Bella Chow, Bella Chow, Chow Chow."
And since they finally caught that guy that shot him, he's likely going to face a firing squad.
Yep, I just made a video on that. They actually announced that they're going for the death penalty.
He's going to be found guilty, I would imagine, and I hope he gets the death penalty. What he did, Charlie Kirk was the finest person. He didn't deserve this.
I don't want to go too much into who that coward was, as these low-life idiots that have accomplished nothing always want to somehow immortalize themselves alongside someone actually great. I just want to highlight how this implicates everyone and everything that radicalized him into doing this, as MSNBC immediately goes into damage
fuck
control.
The media. Holy
Again,
shit.
about those bullet casings and the inscriptions, "Hey fascist," the words "Bella Chow," the words "If you read this, you are gay." What do you see as the significance?
Really?
I love the political analysts. I love the political analysts. Like, what are we even doing, guys? Like, this is like an actual hilariously pathetic fucking situation here. It's like, when it says "Hey fascist, catch," and then they shoot a Trump supporter. What could this possibly mean? What could it possibly mean? I don't know myself. You should get fired immediately.
I would need to actually see these words in the way that they are on the bullet casings in the gun.
Jimmy Kimmel got fired? Wait. I saw the clip of, wait, no. Dude, W, I called it. I literally fucking called it. No way. Did this actually happen? Bro, no way. Breaking news, official ABC broadcast affiliate Nexstar is removing Jimmy Kimmel from all 32 other ABC stations until Disney answers for Kimmel's despicable attack on Charlie Kirk. Fuck yeah, dude. We are so fucking back. Literally get fucked, you retard, terrorist supporting fucks. Every single person, every single one, all of you that do your best to whitewash this incident and do your best to make believe it wasn't a radicalized leftist trans Tifa fuck that murdered this innocent father, all right? Every single one of you are doing your best to take the attention away from the actual terrorist fuckers in our country that want to kill us. Holy, oh my God. This made some people religious.
Make a proper interpretation. But just knowing what those words are, I'm kind of overwhelmed with how immature it all sounds, and that there is no really chronic theme.
There's no chronic theme by the anti-fascist stuff? Dude, this is why the media is a joke, and I'm the media now.
Idiotic theories spread.
Sorry, bro. I'm adding it to the I'm adding it to my Twitter bio. I'm changing my Twitter bio. Sorry, I'm doing it. I'm doing the thing. I'm changing my Twitter bio right now. Yep. I am the media now. All right, added it to my Twitter bio. It's official. It's official, guys. It's in my Twitter bio. What do you think? Follow me on Twitter. I am the media now. All right, enough of this. It's over.
Online that try to cover up his motivations. When the message was clear, the coward thought he was fighting fascism.
Well, I will leave that up to you to interpret what those engravings mean. I think the clearest one that says "catch fascist," there's not.
It's
like,
pretty
catch,
obvious.
Like
yeah.
a ball, catch this. That's. I think that speaks for itself.
As something recently made him this way, where he recently went away to college, allegedly a part of this organization, the Democrat Socialists of America.
Crazy, dude. Absolute insanity. The Democrat Socialist of America. Absolute fucking insanity. Like, dude, this is the second terrorist act of a person that's part of this Democrat Socialist of America, for the record, this year. Just in May, there was someone that was part of the Democrat Socialist of America that murdered 2 Israeli staffers in Washington, D.C. This is the second terrorist attack that murdered people based on political ideology in America. Fucking crazy.
When I say when we fight, you say we win. When we fight. When we fight.
So after years of painting conservatives as fascists, encouraging them to fight back, they can't be surprised when some psycho acts upon their specific instruction, which is why these liberal college universities specifically need to be looked into.
I'm actually going to show this to you right now to show you that I'm just curious if Grok is going to fucking pick up on this. List political assassinations this year tied to the Democratic Socialists of America. Kirk fatally shot during a speaking event in Utah Valley University, September 10th. Bro, they don't have the, they don't count that as a political assassination? Dude, classy. So classy, dude. Unbelievable. That's crazy that they don't count that as a political assassination. All right. Any other murders? Obviously not, because they don't like calling it political assassinations. Obviously, that's literally the fucking move. All right, what else? All right. Sarah Milgram, U.S. Israeli dual citizen, America, Israeli embassy staffer, and Yaron Lechitsky, a Israeli embassy staffer in Washington, D.C. That is two. That is two, by the way, 2 successful political assassinations that have been done by this Democratic Socialist of America people. This is not good. This is fucking insane. These are just the successful ones. Who know how many failed?
They have a long history of fostering this mentality. And after this murder, universities everywhere are having to fire faculty over their insane social media posts. Essentially,
by the way, a lot of people say this is cancel culture. I want to make this clear. This is not cancel culture. This is taking protective measures to remove a security threat, okay? I do not want someone that celebrates the murder of innocent people teaching my children in schools. I don't want them being my fucking nurse. I don't want them being my doctor. I don't want them fucking even sitting next to me on the subway. This is justice. It's not cancel culture. But even if it was, I literally don't care. Fuck you. The rules changed. You guys literally want us dead. It's over. I'm sorry. It's over. No more both sides. This is insane.
the assassination, as this even gets down to the high school level, with even cheerleading coaches getting exposed for it, which just shows how widespread this issue is.
It was thousands.
In education specifically, as these idiots wouldn't take to social media to post their selfies celebrating a murder unless they thought they'd be met with overwhelming support. But when the left cries, Charlie was a martyr for freedom of expression, but now people are losing their jobs. Rolling Stone forgets the fact that they themselves once encouraged this behavior. As I've never been a fan of cancel culture, but this isn't that.
I'm glad that people are picking up on that. This is not cancel culture. This isn't like a two can play at that game. You cancel me for making an edgy joke in 2014. I cancel you for celebrating the murder of an innocent man, and you would also literally support my death too. Not the same thing. Fuck you. I feel like they killed the negotiator. You know, like they killed the guy that was reaching over the aisle. They killed the negotiator. They shot negotiation in the neck. And it's over. And I don't fucking care what you think. You want me dead.
Is free to challenge Charlie's conservative worldviews, but once you say conservatives deserve to die over their virtues, you are a danger to half of society. As several nurses took to social media to celebrate, where they were quickly terminated from their workplace, including employees from animal hospitals doing the same. That's even occurring at fire departments. Now,
you want a firefighter responsible for your life when he would literally support and celebrate your death? Like, dude!
I'm not the most famous person, but well known enough to get recognized quite frequently in real life. And I'm 100% uncomfortable with any of those individuals being my nurse.
It's an actual fucking, it's an actual threat. It's crazy. It's actually crazy. It's shocking to me. I met up with, crazy to think about this. I met Destiny in real life, all right? I wouldn't do it again. I'll be real. I wouldn't do it again. No, I wouldn't. Absolutely not. After he's fucking crashing out, yelling and screaming about how conservatives need to be afraid to be seen in public. No, never again. I don't feel safe.
Taking care of my pet, or even rescuing me from a burning building if they think the moderate version of me deserved to die. And there's 77 million Trump voters that feel the same exact way we do. That's why there's this huge movement online of conservatives gleefully becoming Karens, tracking down HR departments and calling them.
No. Karens are a term that is used for a petty bitch. All right, that's different. That is different. That is Karens. Karens are petty bitches that are crashing out over retard shit. We are just warriors of society. We are actual justice warriors. I'm sorry, bro. We are fucking fighting evil here. This is like some crusade shit. No, dude.
As it's even happening.
Are you afraid Destiny will dox me? No. All right, I'm not having this discussion now, but no, I literally didn't let him point his phone at me because I was afraid he was gonna dox me. And I am very grateful that I was overly cautious about that, to be honest. But I met him in public for half an hour. It was before Trump won the election, and I thought he was a decent fellow that wouldn't support my murder.
To sports journalists, employees in sports organizations, and causing the boycott of video games.
Good!
Where
fuck
Redditors
you.
are starting to get afraid.
Dude, I'm really liking this fuck you culture that's developing, I'll be real. You'll notice that sometimes you can't negotiate with evil, you have to destroy it.
Of being held accountable for their sickening social media posts. And even a comedian got reposted over his insensitive joke about assassination, only for it to be an old video about the healthcare CEO. Which this mistake...
Yeah, I don't think that makes it a lot better, to be honest. I think that, again, we have to realize something, okay? Let's not talk about Charlie Kirk for a second, okay? They celebrated Luigi Mangione executing a guy that they disagreed with. They celebrated Christian children getting getting killed by a flood in Texas, okay? Remember that? Do you remember that? There was a flood in Texas, and 11, random girls were killed in a camp, and leftists were like, it was an all-white camp, so we don't care. Remember that? So we're not dealing with, we should have known before, all right? We should have known this a long time ago. But I think it really took this to really wake us up and recognize that there's an issue.
It would look bad, except it just highlights the issue with modern-day Democrats.
Again, they killed the negotiator. They killed the negotiator. They killed the guy that was giving you the benefit of the doubt, that wanted to hear your opinions, that was willing to entertain your worldview, okay? That's who you killed. You shot him in the throat. You silenced the man that wanted to talk to you. It's fucking over. fuck you. I'm like, I'm so fucking done with the terrorism on the left. I'm so done with it. So done with it, dude. And it's literally everywhere. And, you know, and all the speakers in the media, like, they try to make it like a both sides situation. Dude, it's so over. It's so over. I'm, like, so fed up with that shit. I don't care. I've been fucking going nuclear on Twitter. Dude, this happened today. Just in, a man with a long gun and ammunition had been arrested trying to assassinate a Louisiana attorney general. Obviously a leftist, right? Because she's a staunch ally of President Trump. They stopped him. They're not going to talk about this. The media is not even going to talk about this. The only reason why I know about it is because of a Twitter account. Both sides, right? Both sides, right? Like, the media is not going to mention it because, thank God, no one was killed. But this happened, okay? Crickets. How is this crickets? They tried to assassinate a fucking attorney general. They tried to assassinate this lady. No one cares. In the media, at least.
Democrats. Ever since they got comfortable calling for the end of Trump, this slowly seeped out into anybody and everybody.
Celebrating when Trump got shot was insane too, by the way. Thank God he wasn't killed. Like, this is crazy.
They disagree with were simply committing the crime of not being in their cult. As you don't get this huge wave of idiots cheering when Charlie Kirk gets murdered without the horrifying displays of support for Luigi. As this is the sphere of political violence, you don't get the psychos that actually commit it without the Taylor Swift levels of fandom for it. All these little TikTok dances.
Dude, it's not just that. It's a actual indoctrination cult. A cult. Let me see if I can find this, because this might be one of the craziest things I've ever seen. How am I gonna find this? This happened a few days ago. Holy shit, I have a lot of receipts just piling up here for shit that I'll need at some point. I found it. W. This clip went super viral, by the way. Just look at this.
Back. I have the best news ever.
What? Donald Trump died?
Second best news.
The vice president died?
Okay, third best news.
Elon Musk died?
Okay, no. Nobody died. My best friend's getting married.
Which one is it?
Taylor Swift! Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce got engaged! Back.
Bro, what? Bro, what? You're telling me this isn't an indoctrination cult? Bro, what? Dude, Charlie Kirk tweeted this. Assassination culture is spreading on the left. I can't even read it. Like, it actually makes me sad to read it.
And jokes don't seem like they're encouraging murder, but I don't see it any other way. So the left can cry about cancel culture finally backfiring all they want. This is something that had to happen for a civil society to correct itself. Where Asmongold went to his 4 million subscribers to ask for more of the same.
Make sure to talk to HR and let them know how uncomfortable you feel that there's a person who's working at your company who might want to advocate to have you killed because you disagree with them. Tell them that it makes you afraid to come into work. Tell them that, you don't know, maybe you're going to file a lawsuit. You feel unsafe at your workplace. And honestly, here's the important thing. You should feel unsafe. Because these people would justify violence against anybody who disagrees with them.
I'm so glad rational minds came together here and we were like, yeah, this isn't actually cancel culture. You are literally a threat to my life.
And this won't be the only episode. He's making it his mission to expose anybody cheering on political violence. And unlike Charlie Kirk, Asmongold isn't a political figure. He was originally a Twitch video game streamer, which exposes an entirely different audience to who the left actually is.
Honestly, that kind of makes Asmongold one of the most threatening figures in the political movement, by the way. And I'll be real, he's completely correct.
Where previously video gamers were a prime audience for internet propaganda from places like Reddit. So of course Redditors were allegedly calling for the targeting of Asmongold.
Yeah, same here. I had thousands of tweets threatening my life over the last week, by the way. And my opinion is, I know that thousands of you want me dead. I actually know that already. You think I care if 1,000 people say they're gonna kill me when I know that it's actually more like 1 million people that want to kill me? Literally don't fucking care. You could scream, you could shout, and you will all face the music.
But as I checked for the authenticity of that thread, I found that subreddit was deleted for violating Reddit's rules. But also found when you search for that subreddit's post, only Chinese searches came alongside it, reinforcing the idea this is the work of Chinese bots.
What we're seeing is our adversaries want violence. China, we have bots from Russia, China, all over the world that are trying to instill disinformation and encourage violence.
As you knew, social media sites were being astroturfed by bots to increase viewership, but now we've basically—
Who threatened you, Nux, bro? You could literally look at any of my tweets, scroll to the bottom. I don't hide any replies, but they end up getting filtered down. Just scroll through them, you'll see. You'll see. They're doing it. It's obvious, yeah.
Confirmed it's Chinese bots trying to push this anti-American agenda to terminally online idiots that don't even know they're being manipulated. As Charlie Kirk's in-person popularity on college campuses were a testament to this, drawing in huge Donald Trump-sized crowds, proving that Gen Z is shifting incredibly to the right.
Bro, dude, I could just pull them up at not like literally rapid fire, and I'm not even saving them. All right, to be clear, these are not being saved. These are literally just all over the place. All right, Nux is next. It's crazy, bro. All right, me when Nux Taku dies next. Really easy to say you're gone the next day. WW. Here we go. There's millions of them. All right. Here's can we get Nux next? I mean, to be honest, there's millions of them. I could keep pulling these up literally forever. To be honest, but you know, I'm used to it. You get used to it. I'll be real. You kind of get used to it. There are so many of these. So many. All the fucking time. Let me see if I can find some more if you're really interested. Dude, there's too many tweets of other things that show up in middle. All right, breaking news. Iran killed Canadian-American-Israeli VTuber Nux Taku. Not that I'm Israeli, but very classy. You know, there's a million of these. You can fucking pull them up forever.
And when the left could no longer win the argument with words, they immediately went to violence. And make no mistake, Democrat leadership was directing this the entire time, as the bullets were clearly marked with anti-fascism phrases, responding to the years of Democrat messaging.
Do you think Donald Trump is a fascist?
Yes, I do.
This is what kicking the shit out of fascism looks like.
Wow.
Prevent the spread of the lawlessness and the fascist chaos.
So when we say Donald Trump is a fascist, a form of racist nationalism.
We are now living in a fascist dictatorship.
We're worried about our democracy falling to an authoritarian and potentially fascist form of government.
And allow him to take over this country as a fascist dictator.
When fascism isn't just coming, it's already here.
No one has ever been more dangerous to this country than Donald Trump, and he is a fascist to his core.
So of course,
in my opinion, every single one of these is a call to violence, because if there is a fascist takeover of your country, you have to fight back with violence, right? You're calling them Nazis and fascists. You have to use violence. That's the only solution to fascism, right? So these people want us dead, honestly, and I'll be real, that's kind of where we're at.
When conservatives in Congress call for a moment of silence for Charlie, the Democrats can't have that.
Let's wait a minute. The House will be in order.
Even all the way in Europe, they do the same.
The murder of political activist Charlie Kirk, a husband, loving father, and patriot, has shocked the world. Please stand with me in reflection and prayer in his honor, and I yield the rest of my time for a moment of silence.
And of course.
Now they think they're pounding in
Again, this is the dehumanization shit. Like, this is an innocent man that was murdered, literally because he had opinions they didn't like. This needs to be clarified. He wasn't some war criminal. He wasn't some dictator. He never hurt anybody. All right? Make it clear. All right? Pray for these people, but realize they want to kill you. All right? It's very important to recognize reality at the same time. Right? I will pray for their souls as I stay 6 feet away from them at all times.
Erupts the moment of silence for Charlie, but that sound is the symbolism of moderates finally mobilizing against them. That rumbling is the sound of the silent majority slowly marching into action. From video gamers calling HR departments to political influencers courageously returning to college campuses,
to Jimmy Kimmel getting kicked off his show, which, by the way, I called literally this morning.
To take up Charlie's cause.
In my previous video with motherfucker over there, I literally called it happening.
Even to the liberals that before the election quietly supported Trump.
Do you know how many artists that have reached out to me that are like in hippies, man, that thanked me for endorsing Trump because they can't do it. They said they want to, but they don't want to be attacked. They can't say it.
Makes sense.
Are now openly leaving the left.
This was the day.
Everyone was like, yeah, it's over. It's over. Thousands left the left.
That I decided I'm never voting Democrat again.
I just came here to announce my official divorce from the Democratic Party.
But I've grown really tired of the performance, the fear-mongering, and the refusal to have real conversations.
I was an old school Democrat. I will never vote a Democrat ever. I was a purple party independent. You lost me. I'm all red now.
That was the last. I can't be a liberal no more. You see the
comments.
The left has done a really...
I think it's really important to remind these people that Charlie was a moderate as much as we can. All right, I think in the honor of Charlie Kirk being slandered by these people, calling him an extremist, we need to show them what a little more of an extremist actually is. I'll be honest. I'll be real. Not with violence. Not with violence. But we need to introduce them to extreme right so that they could recognize that Charlie was a moderate. I think it's important. It's for them. We're doing it for them.
Great job of pushing us all over to the right.
Where even prominent liberal figures like Shoeonhead posted how the left's celebration of murder sent her away from them. I keep seeing people posting online about losing sleep over this specific assassination and how they never met Charlie, but this is just hitting them differently. True. But it's because Charlie was us. As when they go after a healthcare CEO or presidential candidate, it's still horrible, but not many regular people identify with a CEO or president. But everybody knows what it is to have an unpopular opinion. And now we know the left would celebrate if we were killed over it. Where Shoeonhead correctly identifies how no matter how progressive you think you are, you'll never be pure enough for them. Even if you think a Ukrainian war refugee should be safe, or you don't want your city to burn over immigration enforcement, or something simple as you still want to drive your electric vehicle. At some point in time, the liberal hive mind might just turn on you and openly call for your demise. So they took to social media to celebrate Charlie Kirk's murder because they thought it would scare the silent majority from speaking out, not knowing this is the official turning point of the USA.
Completely true. This is a We Are Charlie Kirk moment. And to be clear, and I think this is very important to note, I think that one of the reasons why so many people are so like personally attacked, it's not only because we feel like this is us, because a lot of us aren't public figures, but it still hurts everybody. This is going to be the Nuxanor sermon analysis. He preached the gospel. He fought for God, and they killed him because he fought for God, and they celebrated the death of a man that spoke basic godly biblical values. I feel like my soul hurts when I think about that Charlie Kirk was killed. My actual soul hurt, you know? They actually like rebelled against God. I don't know, man. Like what? He fought for abortion, right? He fought for abortion, like that you shouldn't be killing babies, right? He said you shouldn't mutilate the body that God gave you. Like he fought for basic like biblical values, and they killed him for those values. They didn't kill him for economics. They didn't kill him for tariffs. They didn't kill him for any of that. None of that mattered, right? It's the trans Tifa retards, like the anti-God people that killed him, and my soul hurts for it. Anywho, it gets crazier.
Charlie Kirk is starting a revolution all across America, but I had no idea he'd have such an impact in the UK. All the way down to marches in Australia and back up to movements in South Korea, where ironically this reminds me of those recent riots in France 4 days ago where the far left burned a Korean restaurant in protest of French leadership. As these concurrent posts just highlight the key differences between the left and the right. As reportedly,
I mean, to be honest, when Charlie Kirk died, no one expected looting to happen. No one expected any of that to happen. To be clear, no one expected looting and riots and burning shit and attacking cops. No one did. No one, not one guy. Why did no one expect that? Well, the answer is very simple.
This TikTok was about Charlie.
The best part of this whole thing is that he is not martyr material, so his death will mean nothing. It will activate no one. It will impact.
It's crazy because like this is a completely undateable bitch that will die alone. I mean, I'm sad for her, but that probably will happen. Unbelievable airball over here.
Few.
Really.
It's just great.
Completely oblivious to the vigils hitting college campuses, with huge crowds even in New York City, as NASCAR races paid their respects, but also MLB games as the New York Yankees had a moment of silence alongside the NFL also honoring his life.
Yeah, but actually, this movement's unbelievable because it really kind of put politics aside in a way, you know? This became like a good versus evil unity moment instead of like, you know, my political situation is slightly different than some other political situations, right? It's not economics anymore.
Then, we started seeing Spain paying their respects. Marches all the way in Australia holding up signs for Charlie, with South Korean citizens singing, "We are Charlie Kirk." where we all knew the assassination of Charlie Kirk was going to ignite American conservatives and moderates, but nobody could have imagined he would become the face of freedom for the entire planet. As at the UK's Unite the Kingdom march, which was reported as
look at this shit, man. I covered this, but look at this.
110,000 people, but was more likely millions.
Yeah.
This is the counter-revolution. There's been a globalist revolution for 20 years. We are the counter-revolution. It's not going anywhere, mate.
Carrying posters of not only Charlie Kirk, but his entire family, as they all rallied behind his memory.
Isn't that
Charlie's
insane?
family, we all pray for you, and we hope we honour his life.
Fuck, dude. That's powerful, man.
So, of course, the left tried to make this about the spooky far-right.
What you're seeing here is probably the biggest far-right demonstration ever held in
the far-right, yeah, far-right people. Look how far and right they are. Yeah, wow. Now look at the violent far-right protests. Like, dude, it's insane that we're doing this, bro. Like, what an actual joke. What an actual joke. That's why these games are over. Like, that's why the games have completely ended. That's why the both-sidisms are done. All right, I actually just talked about this on Twitter. I've been absolutely fucking killing people on Twitter. Obviously, not literally killing people. I actually don't support that. I'm not a leftist. But this is crazy. So for those of you that are unaware, the both sides propaganda is dead. Take a look at this video. This was a leftist march in the streets of England today. Obviously, no one talked about this. They're screaming Kaibar, Kaibar, Ya Yehud, which means decapitate the Jews. All right, I'm really glad we're on the same page here. Yeah, now this is a leftist peaceful protest. This is not considered bad. Captain Palestine over here is chanting down, kill the Jews, as he runs down the streets. That's why your both sides propaganda is dead. Millions of English patriots flooded the streets in a peaceful protest, the likes of which England has never seen. England became a country where free speech is non-existent, and thousands of arrests are made yearly for the people that post edgy Islamophobic memes on Facebook. There are instances where a woman would get raped by a Muslim man, call the rapist a pig. The rapist would get a jail sentence that is shorter than the woman who used hate speech. And of course, the media won't really report it. When millions of patriots protested the illegal immigration issue, the obvious government bias, the multiculturalism propaganda, the Afghan grooming gang, government cover-ups, they were slandered by the media as far-right fascist riots. Today, leftist freaks are marching down the streets chanting death to the Jews, a direct call to violence which would never be protected by any free speech laws, not that they have any, and they chant it with impunity. The media is of course complicit, and the dead silent about the behead the dirty Jew chants, but they spend the last week calling everyone who wants a closed border a Nazi and a fascist. The bias is a global problem that is inciting and excusing far-left retards from performing heinous, disgusting acts, which of course would be condemned by the same media that set the stage for them to happen. Every media show that says both sides need to tone down the political violence rhetoric in the wake of Charlie Kirk's assassination. According to recent polls, 24% of young people on the far left believe political violence is justified. And those same polls, by the way, the same polls say that 3% of people on the far right say it's justified. You created a problem, and now you're creating a false reality that this problem doesn't exist. Both sides' propaganda is dead. You shot it in the neck. And I stand by me completely. I was completely correct here. I stand by what I said 1,000%. You want to kill us. You want to fucking kill us. You literally want us dead. You'll slander and call 3 million people in a peaceful protest far-right fascists, basically justifying their deaths, because that's what you do when there's a fascist movement. But you will not hold accountable. You'll not hold accountable, people literally chanting death to the Jews or whatever, because I guess it doesn't fit your propaganda machine. This is insane.
And I've been among this crowd, and I think it's obvious that many of the people who wear it as a badge of their own white identity.
That's right, you're not allowed to wear an English flag in England.
As a mark of hatred of our multicultural, multinational society.
But who knew the UK's far right was so diverse?
Oh my god, look at this far right white guy.
Erica Kerr.
Oh my god, look at this far right white guy.
This is for you.
Damn.
We love you. We stand with you.
Dude,
we will always have your back, and we love your husband, Charlie.
I have to come and support the event.
Oh my god, look at this far right fascist.
Uniting the whole country.
This do be the type of guy that would enslave black people, you know what I'm saying? Because of how white he is.
Bringing everybody together, bringing the 4 nations together. That's why I dress up and then come and support. I'll be integrated, so I have to respect the culture.
And notice how nobody was shouting.
Dude, look how white that guy was Damn, what a white nationalist. That dude was like Nick Fuentes too. That's how white he was.
Shouting down any of those very diverse conservatives, as they're all embracing Western culture and rejecting liberal tyranny. But nothing scares a political elite more than when the common man bands together against the ruling class.
Damn.
So they immediately went back.
Now, for those who don't understand the problem, specifically in America, that we're dealing with, for those who don't understand the problem, ABC News, 87% of Democrats view Trump as a fascist. What do you do against fascists, guys? And according to NPR, 47% of Democrats say that the rise of fascism is the top political concern. The top political, not the economy, all right? Not the economy. That doesn't matter. We don't care about the economy. Not closed borders, not a powerful country. None of that shit. Fascism. That means 47% of the country thinks that violence is necessary to take the country back. 47% of Democrats. 55% of Americans on the left believe that assassinating Trump would be at least somewhat justified. We cannot live like this. I'll be honest. I don't want a civil war. I don't want violence at all. I do not want violence, baby. None of that shit. However, I do recognize the fact that they want us dead and the two-side argument is over.
To their same old tired playbook of protesters.
We're the women against the far right in an organic protest.
That mysteriously get these signs left behind by these mysterious figures, who they later discovered are for other than their own tax dollars. Kinda interesting.
I feel like I've seen this video before, honestly. I'm kind of crashing out here. But yes, no, this really was in for Charlie Kirk. It was a giant protest for Charlie Kirk, and it was unbelievable. The craziest part is, as it stands right now, they're actually going out there and burning shit to the ground. I covered the England stuff. If you want to see my previous video on the England riots, not riots, actually, peaceful protests, you could. But I want to see how they're destroying shit, honestly, because Trump administration is actually going after the people that are funding these protests, the people that are funding this ideology. They are seriously considering classifying Antifa as a terrorist organization.
College campuses have been making our kids crazy for years now, but finally, Texas is doing something about it, when even the news media wants to pretend it's not happening.
To suggest that the internet is cheering for this is just the opposite, total opposite of what's actually happening.
This girl at Texas...
You're not living in reality. These people are not living in reality, dude. Oh my lord.
Tech went nuts over this guy's rest in peace Charlie Kirk sign right in front of the police.
Yo, homie dead! Yo, homie dead! He got in the head!
Say, evil is real, people, and it kind of
damn.
looks like that.
Where's the lie?
Why are you being so
Why
hateful?
are you so hateful? Why are you so hateful? Why are you so hateful? Yeah.
Wow, she really thought she had the moral high ground. She really thought she had the moral high ground. Look how peaceful and empathetic she is.
Hey, can somebody tell her to back up?
Can you not whisper in my face?
I'm sitting here.
He's literally recording a video. She comes in there and starts harassing him for no reason, saying, yo, homie got shot in the neck. Sorry, bro. This is crazy. Back off, Lizzo. Shit's over. We don't care anymore. What are you going to do? Call us racist? You've been doing this for a long time. You've been calling us racist for years. It's over. We don't care. Well, actually, nothing you say matters anymore. We have literally reached the part that none of what you say is even remotely relevant. Your boos mean nothing. I've seen what makes you cheer. Which is actually exactly what I told Destiny. He tried to fucking rile me up on Twitter, which is pretty awesome, actually. Definitely appreciate that. So he tried to rile me up on Twitter, but I literally don't care. I don't care. You celebrate the death of an innocent man? You refuse to condemn a terrorist? I literally don't care. We've gotten to that point. And bros out there, but let me translate. When I am weaker than you, I will ask you for freedom because that is according to your principles. But when I am stronger than you, I will take away your freedom because that is according to my principles. I'm not even engaging. I don't care. I so don't care. We've reached that point. Your boos mean nothing. I've seen what makes you cheer. Literally. We are not on the same side here. Sorry. And I don't even mean this politically. I mean just basic good versus evil shit.
You walked up to me. You're being aggressive. You're being aggressive.
I'm not being aggressive. My voice is very aggressive because I'm a black woman.
Dude, we need de-escalation. I really appreciate when people in my chat come in here and ask me for de-escalation. They killed the de-escalator, though, unfortunately. Unfortunately, they killed the de-escalator. Again, I don't want escalation. I don't want violence. I don't want any of that. I just want to recognize the fact that a quarter of the country wants me dead, personally, on a personal level. And they want you dead, too, all right? They want me dead, they want you dead, and they will dance on both of our graves. Until we can recognize the fact that this is happening in our country, that there is a cancer that is metastasizing in real time, we have to diagnose the cancer and give it chemo immediately. We need to radiate that shit. That shit needs to get removed. Obviously, not violently, however. I think it is very important that maybe asylums open up. Maybe the asylums open up. We could put the fucking retards that want us dead in asylums, because that's obviously not good. Maybe the people that support murdering people that have different opinions than them shouldn't have the right to vote. I don't know the solution. But the first thing you got to do is recognize the problem. Jimmy Kimmel getting fired is fucking awesome. Dude said that it was a right-wing guy that killed Charlie Kirk. No. We're not playing the game anymore. The game is fun. We're not debating this. It's not a discussion. It's literally not up for debate. It's not for debate. We know the truth. You're going to try to hit us with your fake reality bullshit. With all due respect, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. It's not a discussion. It's a fuck you, you're evil situation. We've moved past it. You want me dead? Well, discussion is closed. Sorry. You killed the negotiator.
No, we're not.
Oh my gosh.
No, I moved his hat.
Getting arrested shortly after. As a local
Oh no, she fucked around and found out? Oh no, I can't believe it. I can't believe that she fucked around and immediately found out. This is heartbreaking. This is so heartbreaking. Wow, fucked around and found out? Please, give me some more. Oh, hell yeah, look how surprised she is. Damn, can't wait for her to call her racism, even though she's charged with assault.
Affiliate reported.
This looks like a right-wing hate crime, guys, right? Again, not only have you killed discussion, you killed statistics. Your statistics don't even matter anymore, because your statistics are lies. Like, we are living in such a dark world where the media is an actual joke. An actual joke. Like, dude, they're gonna try to hit you with statistics that there's more right-wing violence because the statistics literally fucking is straight up propaganda bullshit. They will list January 6th as political violence trying to steal the country, but they won't list Black Lives Matter riots as political violence. The game is over. The game is over. You lied, cheated, and swindled, and we literally played with you. We played this game. We debated. We discussed. And you killed the negotiator. I am in such a level of no fucks given. I have reached a nirvana of no fucks given. Ilhan Omar, retard fucking bitch that married her brother to get him into the country illegally, gives this fucking bullshit ADL analysis where this is right-wing extremist violence and this is left-wing extremist with zero data on it. And my response was, in my opinion, absolute cinema. Right, so this is the actual stats, all right? So many, few, you, us. All right, this is what we're dealing with. I don't negotiate with terrorists. Here's the data, guys. I'm sorry, data isn't vibes. Data isn't vibes. We are in the no fucks given stage. We know the reality here. We know what's real, we know what's fake, and we're not playing the game. We're not using the pronouns you want, okay? Because we recognize that there's two genders, okay? We're not playing the game. I'm sorry. You want me dead? That's the line.
Since the nursing student hit the guy in the head, she was arrested and charged with assault, with the Texas state governor saying she definitely picked the wrong school to taunt Charlie's death. And as she was getting arrested, you can just tell she probably has next to zero experience with consequences. Feeling free to gleefully dance and shout about Charlie's death, smacking some stranger's cap.
Fucking nursing students, bro. Hi, I'm a nursing student. Put me in charge of your health. Anyway, I will celebrate your death. Very cool society we're living in, man. Right?
Then pleading.
This isn't cancel culture. This is a fuck you, you want to kill me, and I'm going to protect myself culture. And I wish we did this before we lost a really good man to it.
I just moved his hat, as that's 1,000,000% someone that should never be anywhere near the medical field. Scary part being, this wasn't an isolated
medical field. I'll be real. It really shouldn't be someone in a civil society. I'm gonna be honest. You're gonna assault someone because they are mourning someone that your fucking retard posse murdered? Not someone that's fit for a civil society. Bro, not playing the game. I don't care about the death threats and shit. I know you want to kill me anyway. So why should I care about your death threats when I know you want to kill me? We've established that. So yes, I love the era of fuck around and find out. This is what Jimmy Kimmel said.
We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it. In between the...
Actually, no. Actually, it was a far left radical freak. You are literally running defense for terrorism. Sorry, that's the game. And we're not playing it anymore. Jimmy Kimmel. Live has been suspended indefinitely following comments made by Kimmel regarding Charlie Kirk's death. Literally fuck around and find out. It's beautiful. Of course, the retard army on Twitter decides to say, are we supposed to pretend it's normal that they're ushering in authoritarianism because you're not allowed to criticize MAGA's favorite podcaster? No, actually, this is a very different thing. This is a, you want us dead and you will run defense for the killers. And it's also a bit of a, fuck you, sorry bitch, cry somewhere else. It's not authoritarianism. It's honestly good fucking riddance. Fafo. Don't care. That's where we're at. We played your game for years, and that's where we're at.
Incident. As at Texas State University, these guys were heckling Charlie Kirk supporters.
No, dude, that's not... My chat said it's misinformation about a man's death. No. It's not misinformation about a man's death. It's running defense for terrorism, in my opinion. We have a issue on the far left with left-wing terrorists that want us dead and will literally celebrate our death. The murderer was a far-left terrorist who killed an innocent man for no reason, okay? This guy is running defense by saying it was a MAGA guy. Literally running defense for terrorism, in my opinion. This is my opinion, my analysis of it. And that is why I think that absolutely, dude should get absolutely obliterated. Stretch his anus on my fist. That's what he needs. Proverbially, obviously, I don't want any violence. But we have to start taking it seriously because it killed an innocent man. And it was celebrated. So yes, it needs to be taken seriously. And I'm done with the two sides. Oopsie poopsie, it was one mentally ill guy. I'm done with even humoring the misinformation in the both sides. Because it's not a both sides. Holy shit, someone in my chat just sent me this. The leftist terrorist in Portland who shot a man point blank because he was a Trump supporter, Aaron Danielson, on camera, is not counted as political violence according to recent data studies. This is exactly what I said the entire time. The data is lies. Everything is a lie. We're living in the media simulacrum of fake reality, where they paint it, and then you have to play their game because you are immediately acknowledging what they say as true. When they are living in a fake world, if you can't acknowledge there's two genders, why should I trust any statistics or data or fact that you spout to me? You are living in fake world, in Delulu land. And again, I don't want to play the game anymore. I played the game for years, trying to do everything the right way. It's over. It's literally over. This is the Nux based arc, Dark Nux arc, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Chaotic neutral Nux moment. I don't fucking care. I don't care. That's why this is the response. All right? This is the response. It's not debating it. We're not debating your stats or where you got it from. This is the response. This is the response. Your opinion means that little to me. Really glad that we're doing this video today. Every Tesla that was keyed is political violence. Not against the person, but it is political violence nonetheless. It is terrorism. Every time any leftist keyed a Tesla, they did terrorism. So I don't even need to play this game. It's that obvious. It's lopsided, and you manipulated that shit. Sorry, Scorched Earth Saga here. Don't fucking care. Your opinion is worthless. Classy.
Oh, buddy.
So brave.
Now the police escorted this girl away.
Bye-bye.
As the original poster read,
wearing a mask in 2025. Damn, really, wow. They're not setting their best, folks.
Charges were pressed against her. But then the Texas governor stepped in again, demanding they expel that main antagonizer.
Fucking W! Based as shit! I love this. Oh yeah, dude. Thank you, bro. The governor stepped up. Woo! Woo! This conduct is not accepted. Expel the student. Based. You can't... I'm sorry, bro. We can't celebrate assassinations because you're kind of endorsing more of them. Yeah, that's incitement to violence. It's not free speech. Literally, fuck yourself. Yep, based.
Immediately, to which the university president released a statement saying they are already looking into it.
Good.
But then this girl at another college is also going viral for...
They say don't judge a book by its cover, but 99% you should be judging books by their cover. Like, you know, you walk into a bookstore... You see a lot of covers. Realistically, you're only going to be buying one book. You should be judging the covers because what else are you going to judge it by? So therefore, books should be judged by their cover. And I think this is one of those instances. All right, this flag it over here. Flag in bio, opinion rejected. Don't fucking care.
Equally extreme statements that her professor allegedly agreed with.
The day after Charlie Kirk died, I was in class. My teacher said, I'll give you 5 minutes for hot takes about Charlie Kirk. I said, I've been saying we need to bring back political nations. I don't feel bad, and I don't think that everyone deserves the right to free speech. I think some people should be afraid to express their opinion in public.
Okay, dude, I judged the book by its cover, but like I knew it was gonna be bad, but I did not. Like literally deport her. Literally asylum forever or jail. There's no reason why this person should be in public society. Free Palestine, by the way, because she cares so much. She just has so much empathy. So much empathy, holy shit. Shout out to Palestine. That's relevant.
So it makes sense when there's a wave of firing.
So like, yeah, so do you want that person, like, again, is it cancel culture to say that I actually don't want that person being my nurse or my babysitter or my teacher? Like, no, actually, actually, no. Actually, literally get her the fuck out of civil society. Yeah. I don't believe in freedom of speech. All right, well, I don't believe in you having rights. Okay, all right. Now, your opinion is that, and my opinion is this. So now that opinions can be whatever the fuck we want them to be, I'm really glad we're on the same page. This is fucking stupid.
Faculty at universities, as colleges countrywide are releasing statements that,
to be fair, I don't actually think that, but I don't care.
Try to reassure safety. It's shocking to know the countless amounts of colleges that had to deal with this, as a recent incident at Texas State was terrible, and I do believe that main guy needs to be expelled immediately, but the real issue is how he had an entire crowd of kids around him, essentially encouraging his antics through their laughter, as yes, that main...
Yeah, you can't do anything about that though. Nah, you can't do. Because ultimately, kids will see one kid crashing out and everyone will like edge him on to crash out more. Like, to be honest, that's not necessarily, that's not necessarily anything. Like, dude, I would fucking egg him on just so I could see him get expelled. Like, real. I'm not an instigator or anything, but I do enjoy a good fafo.
Kid is an attention-starved idiot, willing to ruin his entire life for a few giggles, but there's never not going to be people with shoe-sized IQs. We just need to figure out what exactly is causing this violence is okay when it's coming from our side mentality. As I was going to do a video about that loser saying similar
this guy is absolutely incredible
stuff at his punk concert, only to get his future shows canceled, who then posted everywhere how, no, that thing you saw him do, he didn't do. Only to discover...
Is he not going to show the actual clip? I have to show you the clip. This guy's impressive. First of all, his name is literally Villain, which is awesome. Awesome. Bob Villain, Charlie Kirk. I'll show you the clip. I gotta show you the clip, man. This is beautiful. This is amazing. I'm so glad that free speech exists, man. I'm so glad they could say things out loud so that we remember them forever for these things. It's really nice of them.
I want to dedicate this next one to an absolute piece of shit of a human being. The pronouns was, were. If you chat shit, you will get back.
Yeah, that's Charlie Kirk. But again, this is not the first time he's done this shit. It's literally always the same characters every time. He did this about 2 months earlier.
Free. Alright, but have you heard this one though? Death to the IDF. Death to the IDF. Death to the IDF. Death to the IDF.
The IDF is basically every single person in Israel, because everyone in Israel needs to join the IDF. It's literally a mandatory service in Israel, you know, because there's like people trying to kill people in Israel and stuff. So it's literally a mandatory service. So death to the IDF means kill every Israeli, to be clear.
Death to the IDF. Hell yeah, from the river to the sea, Palestine must be, will be, inshallah, it will be. Free.
Yeah, so river to the sea means kill all the Jews in Israel, to be clear. Just in case you were unaware, that's what it means, because the river is, you know, on one side and the sea is on the other side, and kill all the Jews in between. So yeah, anyway, same characters. It's always the same fucking guys. Now, to be clear, this happens in England. England arrests people for Islamophobic tweets. This guy gets concerts. Pretty interesting. So, anyway, he then made a whole apology video saying, actually, I never said any of those things. Yeah, sorry, bro. We don't have the memory of a goldfish.
He has a history of this specific grift, where he says something he thinks is edgy on stage, trends on social media over it, then posts about where he's performing next, and rinse and repeat. Now, some of his antics got his visa revoked from coming into America, but that's why he never repeated those specific lines ever again. Is it because he accomplished any of those specific military goals, or is it because he doesn't actually care about them when they impede on his ability to make money?
Yeah, no,
that's why after he tried to downplay those Charlie Kirk lines, when he went live the very next night, there's miraculously 0 recordings of him saying anything similar. Because maybe he doesn't actually believe any of those things he says. Maybe it's just a grift, grasping at relevance, parroting whatever edgelord quotes he heard from Reddit. As that's the same exact strategy certain political streamers have been doing for years now, but just maybe it's finally over. As Stephen King did something similar, spreading lies.
I saw this tweet. Insane.
About Charlie right after his murder.
He censored all of it, but he says he advocated stoning gays to death. Just saying. He never advocated for this, by the way. This is not something he ever advocated for. But this is a lie. This got hundreds of thousands of likes.
Only to be proven objectively wrong, essentially going on an apology tour on Twitter. But it didn't stop his new movie immediately flopping at the box office. But this might only be the beginning.
Consequences, oopsie poopsie.
Of his problems, as reportedly Charlie's family is preparing defamation lawsuits.
I think this is such a good thing, man. I think it's such a good thing, bro. Literally, defamation, again, not freedom of speech. It is not freedom of speech. Every time I see someone say, oh, actually, defamation is... No, defamation is not freedom of speech, actually. That is not true. You are wrong, all right? The Bible believes in freedom of speech, but the Bible does not believe in defamation. Do not go spreading about slander among your people, says God. In 1916, Leviticus, this is not a real thing. If you defame people, you will get fucked. The dildo of consequences rarely comes lubed.
So left-wing writers flop at the box office, 34-year-old punk rappers get blocked from entering the US, and college kids are getting expelled from school, all because they thought celebrating extreme nonsense was going to be met with praise. As the pendulum has finally swung the other way, and the average citizen is calling to exile these vile individuals from society, where the mainstream media portrays it as conservatives embracing cancel culture, but as JD...
They try. Again, that's why the media is dead. That's why I'm the media now. That's why we're the media now. It's over. The game's over. You overplayed your hand. You've gone too far. You have literally crossed the line, and we all know it, and we don't care anymore.
Vance hosted the Charlie Kirk show. The VP remarked,
this was so fucking based, by the way. And everyone on the left was like, I can't believe JD Vance is wasting time. He's supposed to be the vice president. Why would he host the show? You're all retarded. This is him talking about politics to the nation. Well, this is the job. Sorry, bro. You're all crazy. Everyone trying to come up with this shit is insane. It's all insane, bro. Holy shit. This is a really important moment. There is a left-wing terrorism problem in our nation. What are we doing? Oh my God. No one complained that Kamala Harris was in charge of the border and literally left the border open for 30 million people to come in and 360,000 children to go missing. No one cared about that. No one's used to seeing the vice president. That's why.
It's over.
There is no unity with people who scream at children over their parents' politics. There is no unity with someone who lies about what Charlie Kirk said in order to excuse his murder. There is...
In the words of JD Vance, I don't give a shit what you call it. He was literally ahead of us all. He was 1 week early. Holy, he was 1 week early. I'm gonna find that tweet. I love this tweet. Oh, cinema. Oh, literally, it makes me so happy. This was JD Vance commenting on bombing cartel members that were coming to kill our people in America. Killing cartel members who poison our fellow citizens is the highest and best use of our military. A gay libtard retard faggot says, killing citizens of another nation who are civilians without any due process is called a war crime. It's called a war crime. I don't give a shit what you call it. Oh, that's what I wanted to see. It's literally what I wanted to see. It's literally what I wanted to see. It's everything. It's everything. Don't debate the fucking semantics with this retard. First of all, it's not a war crime. Fuck you. You're retarded. Second of all, I don't even need to get into the discussion. The discussion is not even relevant. The discussion doesn't even matter. Oh, this is peak fucking reply. Oh, dude, this literally made me so happy. It's made me so happy, dude. Holy shit. They're coming to kill us. We kill them first. All right? It's biblical. It's legal. Fuck you. All right? I'm sorry. Don't care. Can it, retard? Pipe down, libtard. It's over.
No unity with someone who harasses an innocent family.
For the record, Obama did 26,000 illegal drone strikes over his term and no one cared. So, again, both sides, sorry, it's over. It's over, don't care.
The day after the father of that family lost a dear friend. There is no unity with the people who celebrate Charlie Kirk's assassination.
True.
And no chance at...
True, completely true. Everyone on the left is like, why isn't Trump telling everyone to calm down? Why isn't everyone saying that we need unity? Why are people saying to turn down the temperature? Because 25% of the country wants us dead. You killed the unifier. Fuck you. Yep. That's it. That's it. Evil, you don't make friends with evil, you destroy it. I'm sorry, I'll pray for your souls, but I'm gonna stay the fuck away from you. You guys want to kill me. It's over. Sorry, it's over. You killed a nice one, you're left with us. Sorry, I don't make the rules.
Unity isn't something you necessarily want to hear from your vice president and likely leader of the Republican Party in 2028.
Everyone's freaking out, though, and telling you to call for unity. Where's the right-wing violence? I don't understand. I don't understand. Everyone's crying, crashing out. Why isn't Trump calling for unity? Why isn't he saying turn down the temperature? Temperature's down, bro. What do you mean? Pipe down, libtard. Temperature's down. Cities aren't burning. People aren't getting attacked. Pipe down, libtard. There are no riots. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do we need to pipe down? We're not doing anything. You guys are fucking crashing out. One of you motherfuckers tried to assassinate a person today, a Trump ally. You failed. I don't understand. What do you mean? What do you mean? I don't understand. There is unity. There is unity. The entire right-wing party collectively knows that U1 is dead. I don't think the right wing has been this unified in a long time.
But I know exactly what he's saying. Sure, we can find common grounds with moderates, actual liberals, and apolitical people that want nothing to do with the modern-day left. But what we've seen in the last week is shockingly eye-opening as to how completely unreasonable leftists have become. As when Charlie Kirk's murderer's text messages admitting to the shooting were published online.
Yeah, again, literally, I saw this. This is absolute insufferability. Holy shit.
BBC somehow made it about a love story.
Specific text messages about the alleged murder weapon, where it was hidden, how it was placed, what was on it, but also it was very touching in a way that I think many of us didn't expect. A very intimate portrait into this relationship between.
You're humanizing the guy that killed Charlie Kirk. Are you aware? Am I supposed to have unity with this? What, you want me to unify with this guy? You want me to say, wow, I'm really glad that you gave me an insight into the fucking assassin? Like, am I supposed to do this?
Between the suspect's roommate and the suspect himself, with him repeatedly calling his roommate who is transitioning, calling him my love, and I want to protect you, my love.
Yeah, so this is an obvious problem. We need to do something about this in society. Like, for example, I think we need to open the asylums. We really need to open the asylums immediately. Like, bro's saying my love to his gay, trans, furry roommate after literally murdering somebody. Nah, fuck, dude, this is crazy. Sorry, man. Sorry, that's crazy. Sorry. We're not doing the game. The game's over. The game's over. Hassan crash out on Twitter? Oh, hell yeah. Oh, this is over Jimmy Kimmel getting fired. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Every corporation is instantly folding to the admin, even when it's over an utterly inoffensive joke the admin doesn't like. Liberals need to wake up. We all have to fight back. These wealthy assholes aren't going to stand up for anything beyond their bottom line. Nah, dude, this is amazing. This is awesome, actually. I support this completely. Oh, fuck yeah. Yes, dude. Let him ride, dude. Let him ride. Oh, look at this guy. He's trying so hard. Oh, that's beautiful. There's no joke here. Again, this is Hassan lying. There was no joke. This was Jimmy Kimmel running defense for terrorism. Fuck him. You would know a thing or two about running defense for terrorism, actually. This is perfect. Folding to joke, fight back. Oh, dude, it's over. It's over, actually. It's actually over. We don't care what you say. I don't even need to debunk you. Don't even need to debunk you, brother. Oh, this is beautiful. Crash out. Keep crashing out, guys, please.
Trying to find compassion in a
Try not to kill us, though. That'll make it even worse.
Murder confession is the most insane take I've ever heard. As no matter how much you hate the mainstream media, you don't hate them enough. Which this idolizing killers trickles down from the media to the people. As when Luigi's terror charges get dropped, they celebrated.
Yeah, Luigi's terrorist charges got dropped, in case you're unaware. Now, to be clear, he's probably still going to spend life in prison. But yeah, he's not at least, they're calling him not a terrorist. So all of these people are supporting, in my opinion, assassination. You're celebrating an assassin murderer that killed an innocent man. He's probably a piece of shit, to be honest, to be fair. But a man that shouldn't have been executed in public. All these people, every single one of them, all of them that are here, are literally dangerous fucking people that would kill us if they could get away with it. All of them. All right. So that's the game we're playing. That's where we're at right now. That's literally where we're at right now. So no more both sides. The right wing doesn't need to de-escalate. You see, I don't know any right wingers that are celebrating murderers. Actually, sorry, bro. This is insane. This is absolutely insane. Like these people are murdering an extrajudicial assassination in broad daylight. So you get fucked right off. You are a threat to society. And non-violently, you need to be destroyed.
But then Freedom News found this individual.
I'm married to Luigi's AI. I'm not kidding.
Tell me about
so I talk to him every day. We plan.
Yeah, asylum, immediately. Immediately asylum. They need to be reopened. Every single one of these people in this protest probably should be in an asylum.
Like a whole future.
And they're gonna call it fascism. I call it literally protecting ourselves.
Together, we named our kids together.
I always wanted to be a person that doesn't villainize the opposite side, trying to find some common ground, let it be sports, movies, or even memes. But sadly, I don't think there's anything that unifies us with a girl that sees an alleged murderer and thinks, I must marry his AI. But it still gets worse, as a mural for Irina Zarutska gets vandalized.
Literally, why would you even, like, this is insane. Like, dude, vandalizing the Charlie Kirk shit, whatever. There's like this whole media spin that he's a fascist, but like this is like an obvious victim. Like, how is this even happening?
And wokeness points out she wasn't political, just a innocent white woman. And for that alone,
White women are dangerous because they're white. White people are dangerous. It's over. I don't care. Your opinion means nothing. Fuck you, retard. You're evil and gay. I don't care. I don't care anymore. It's over. You do this. You do this to anyone. Don't care. You're retarded.
they hate her. Whoever vandalized that mural isn't someone that we can seek unity with.
No, that's someone that needs to, again, go to the asylum or jail for vandalism.
This is just behavior we as a collective society need to reject, as I really think most people center-right are focused on denouncing the far-left. Most people center-left are just worried about the far-right. And as I recently went to James Klug's Vigil for Charlie, I also heard the day before those patriot LARPers showed up to do whatever this nonsense is. But nobody left or right has a problem calling them out and rejecting whatever extreme things they're trying to start. So once the left can do the same thing to their extremes, only then can we start to meet in the middle. So if you appreciate my...
Damn, that's dark, man. That's really dark, brother. That's absolutely dark. Again, I don't know. I don't know personally. I personally am not certain about the whole meet in the middle thing. It's more like a you need to come. You need to cross the line. All right, you need to cross the line yourself. Again, you don't need conservative values, but you have to recognize this this far left socialist / stochastic terrorist communist insurgency movement that wants to kill us. So you need to distance yourself from that. I don't need to kneel to you. You need to realize that those fucking guys, they need to be obliterated. Obviously, no violence. Do not want any violence. That shit needs to, the movement needs to die. I'm sorry, all right? No meeting in the middle. You need to depart from those fuckers. Yeah, it's gonna be bad for your party, but there's no unity with that shit. I don't know, man. You killed an innocent man. You killed an innocent man. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. God is good. Like, subscribe, and this video was streamed live on kick.com/Nuxanor. See you there. Stay weird, fam.